Howdy, howdy, hello, gamers. How you doing? Hi. We're back. We're back with more Apollo Justice Trilogy. Spirit of Justice, Episode 5. Turnabout Revolution. We're on day 2 of the investigation with Phoenix and Edgeworth in my Apollo Justice game. We're going to war. Hi Miles, how you doing? What do we do? So, you'd been here all this time. I'd wondered where you had gone. Don't tell me you missed me, Edgeworth. Aw. As if. Okay. The courts have been so peaceful without you around. Damn. Roasted him. You make it sound like I leave legal devastation in my wake. Well, don't you? Oh, that was cute. Well, Wright, what do you intend to do now? I was thinking, I want to help Apollo win this case. So why don't we try to gather whatever information we can? You're quite the considerate boss. Well, I kind of forced him to take care of the office in my absence, so it's the least I can do. Hey, Edgeworth. This is my attorney's badge. Still at it, I see. I guess borders mean little in the face of your incurable habit. Well, I heard you used to present evidence. Let's go, investigations reference! Let's go, investigations reference! I'm so excited for those games to be released. Oh my god. Well, I heard you used to present evidence left and right during your investigations, too. That was a long time ago. Besides, who did you hear that from? Oh, I have my sources. Aww. Phoenix is besties with Kay Faraday canon. Oh, well, tell your source that I look forward to his next salary review. It's Gumshoe! Gumshoe mention! Gumshoe mention! Let's go! Oh, this is such good dialogue. Oh, well, tell your source that I look forward to his next salary review. That's adorable. Edgeworth just confirmed that he's still around and working. Yep. I can't wait for Gumshoe to come back and be the chief of detectives, as he should. Alright, audience chamber. May 18th, Grand Palace, audience chamber. Whoa! Oh, that was cool! The barbed-head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. That was so cool. Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time. You can tell this is the last case of the game aside from the DLC. They're pulling out all the references. Plot twist, Rafa's parents aren't her actual parents. This place is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. She loves those. Oh, Your Eminence? I'm glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. It is all right. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. Rafa's not looking too good. I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So what can I do for you, Your Eminence? We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand. Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So, it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Is it true that our husband Inga had been seeking the Founder's Orb? That's right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey. Insolent fool! Ow! That is a lie! A lie, I say! Father would have never done such a thing! But he did abduct Maya, that much is... I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense! You will pay for this, you... What is she hitting? Ow, ow, ow! Please, Your Benevolence. That is quite enough, Rafa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne. Oh? Mother? What do you mean, Your Eminence? Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration, and his secret police was the primary instrument of this treason. Quickest backstab ever, literally. The secret police? They came up during the High Priest murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice. In this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group. Indeed. Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army, and he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us. So, Your Eminence had no control over them. As much as it shames us to admit it, Khurayan is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom. How could Father? But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Khurayan, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne. I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Barbdorn, do you recall the man known as Peace, Love, and Understanding? What about him? He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb, and covered up the theft. Oh, interesting. And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. Dirk the criminal. How do you know all this, though? It seems like she's been well aware of this for a while. Yeah, it's almost like you knew all this. The capture of the infamous villain, Dirk Sadmati, it may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now perhaps the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day. Hail to Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Khurayan! Her Eminence's spiritual power invoked a blessing straight from the Holy Mother. I could see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect. But the Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Well, if she knew he was a traitor... Father... Rafe, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago. They bring the Holy Mother to the trial and she rips Garan to pieces. The one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara? Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive. murder by arson. Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime. But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. Yeah, it's a bit sus. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence? As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was as the previous Minister of Justice. Oh, she was the previous Minister of Justice, eh? It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara. Interesting. That's her husband's position. Or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. Yeah, it seems like she 100% staged all of this. This was all a grand scheme. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna reveal that. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence? The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Sadmati was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer. That's right. Dirk used to be a lawyer. Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case. I can't believe a lawyer falsifying evidence brought a dark age to the law of Karayan. Phoenix is getting war flashbacks. He's seeing Christoph Gavin in the recesses of his mind. They found out Dirk was the good guy all along in the court. It's like, I can't believe bro was Sigma all along. I see. But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the queen came to light, the people were devastated. And trust in the legal system plummeted. Yeah, Edgar's like, yeah. He's like, where have I heard this before? Now, why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. That's funny. That's so good. That's so good. Oh my god, I love the little references. In Kurayan, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss. So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused. We see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown. Well, it didn't seem like he was very welcome to. Everyone was kind of like, well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted. She's gonna say, that's why we have the divination seance. So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree? Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? Manfred von Karma reference. Edgeworth. Edgeworth's like getting flashbacks to his early days. Let's not get started down this path. Furthermore, here in Kurayan we have the divination seance. There it is. And so it is we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie. Well, in the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice. And I've found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So, yeah, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least. Such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, barbed one. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined. No, that wasn't my intention. It is true that some feel that the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best. But it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged. If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure. The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Kurian dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act. Really? None at all. Right. Why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all. Yeah. About the Founder's Orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage, it went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that? It's missing? I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence. In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there's the matter of that horned youth you were with. The horned youth! Not Apollo. Oh, you must mean Apollo. From his odd hairstyle, we may assume him to be a relative. Perhaps your younger brother? Son. He's my son. No, you've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood. Dirk's? Uh-oh. Why would you tell her that? Oh no. Royal Guard? Your Eminence! Hmm? What's she whispering in that one guy's ear? Oh no, why did you tell her that? Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now. Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar? I can't believe that Miles Edgeworth is our little assistant. Hey, you wanna see my badge? Please take a look at this. That reminds us of when Dirk was still practicing law. So we see that lawyers in your country also present evidence, simply to gauge the other party's reaction when all else has failed. Do not presume to use such simplistic methods upon us. Sorry. Okay, fine. That's one swanky throne. I wouldn't mind taking a seat there myself. The gesture and the crown. I imagine it'd make quite the interesting picture. Okay, Edgeworth. You know, Edgeworth, I hate to say this, but you're absolutely right. It's the Grand Royal Guard. The one who came for us earlier said that he's the royal shoulder rubber. Excuse me, but are each of you charged with your own specific tasks? I'm the royal tea server. I'm the royal taster. I'm the royal bed maker. I'm the royal fitness trainer. Alright, I'm sorry I asked. At this rate, one has to wonder if there is no task left unassigned by Her Eminence. Alright. Alright, to the bazaar then. Well, that's bizarre. Kurian Bazaar. Oh. What? Was that a lion? Oh, that caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as a warbird. A bird? That sounds like that? It sounds more like a beast than a bird if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff? Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Oh, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. Okay, it's just info dumping about the bird. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with it being their national bird? Whoa. Ah, was that a gunshot? Startle ya, PW? Yeah, okay, I figured it was Dats. What was that, Dats? The Defiant Dragon's newest weapon. I call these puppies Dragon Snot Snaps. Uh-huh. And you need those why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You can say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest fake murder/suicide? People are calling it the DCA tragedy, and it's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Taras' death won't be in vain after all. So, how exactly is a handful of firecrackers gonna be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Garan's goons. Huh? Like this. Oh. Whoa. Will you cut that out? I'm not with the regime, and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction. That was priceless, PW. Guess I startled that warbird, too. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there. Oh.
You there. You are one of those insurgents, are you not?
Yikes! Take that! And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought.
Barbed head.
Your benevolence? What can I do for you?
I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup.
Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but...
It was a setup! Someone must have been plotting against him.
How do you know that?
I just do. Because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see.
Maybe this is just how Rafa expresses her sense of duty.
You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom.
That's the best news I've heard all day, your benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rafa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, Wright.
Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it is the last thing I do.
Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga is because she's a daddy's girl?
Barbed head, let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me.
Okay. Wait! She's sure in a hurry. Right. The minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Rafa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. It's like around. I never thought the day would come when we'd be investigating a case side by side. It's... Aww. Oh? Because I never thought the day would come when you'd get sentimental on me. Oh. Come on, Wright. Time's a-wasting. Wait, exactly which one of us was wasting time here? Okay. Now, if we could figure out which of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, that's where we'll find Rafa. It's this one, right? Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are? Yeah, we know that. Watch your step, Wright. That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. Yeah, the ground's soaked. Wonder who did this. I think someone's in there. Is it Rafa? Oh, poor Rafa.
Father.
Yeah. Is that Princess Rafa?
There were still so many things I wish to tell you.
Oh. She always puts on such a brave face, but she's still just a kid. She's just a kid. But hearing her crying all alone, I can't help but think of Trucy. Oh. Rafe is about to be like, adopt me, Mr. Wright. Literally, Phoenix is like, it's like, teenage girl that's recently lost her father. My time to shine. I'm your dad now.
Father.
Princess Rafa? Are you in there?
Ah! Just a moment. I'll be right out.
Oh.
I see you are finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we?
Your benevolence? Maybe you should rest for a minute first? Oh.
You were eavesdropping on me, weren't you?
No. I mean, yes. Sorry. I couldn't help overhearing. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything.
You stupid, barbed head. Ow!
You could have feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain-to-mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. I'm not that bad, Edgeworth.
Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the crown princess waiting.
Oh, sorry?
This is my father's residence. I have already unlocked it, so you can go right in. Oh, and... be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there.
A dingbat dog?
That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth.
I wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looked like? Imagine if it does turn out that Inga was a good guy and he's trying to protect his daughter, hence all the stuff he did.
I have better things to do than to memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyway, it is not worth talking about. Let's search my father's room, shall we?
I really hope she's alright. If I search here, it never hurts to take another look around. Why not? What a beautiful place this is. But I'd be enjoying this a whole lot more if we weren't investigating a murder. Commoners aren't normally allowed access to the royal residence, you know. Under ordinary circumstances, it would be impossible to take in such a spectacular view. Though murder is certainly a unique reason to be offered such a rare opportunity. Yeah. There are footprints coming from this residence. Too bad they just kinda end. Wonder who made them and where they went. Grand Palace, the heart of the kingdom's government and religion. Yes, the two are inseparably intertwined here in Khurayan. The religious beliefs of its people touch every aspect of their lives, including legal affairs. Right, like how they commune with spirits in court. I suppose Khurayanism is the glue that binds their faith, law, and politics together. It may seem strange to foreigners like us, but for them it's perfectly natural. Amara's tomb, the scene of Inga's murder. Poor Maya was held captive in there. And to think she was actually being held here in Khurayan. If only we had found out sooner. No point in dwelling on that now. All we can do is keep moving forward. Yes, of course. Oh. This place is decorated with all sorts of colorful flowers. And that view from the veranda looks like it would be amazing. If I had to guess, I'd say Rafa must live here. Oh. This overturned urn spilled its water all over the place. It was already knocked over when we got here earlier this afternoon, so... we can rule out Athena at least. Oh! Why Athena? Oh, poor Athena. It wasn't Apollo that was blaming her, it was Phoenix. Right. What does it say about you if your first suspect is your own subordinate? Oh yeah, we already did this. The Minister of Justice used to live here. Yeah, the decor looks like something he'd choose. Alright, let's move. Okay, interesting. Yo! Wait. Is that hair product in the back from the Tenmataro case? Is that what that references? That's so good. Oh my god. Look at all these references. Grand Palace, Inga's private quarters. What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this. You can... Phoenix! Yes! That's so good. Oh my god, that's the realest Phoenix line I've ever seen. He's not one to talk. He is not one to talk, but it's so funny. What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room. I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common. Yeah, okay, Phoenix. I'm like... He's self-aware. He's self-aware. That's a good trait to have, Phoenix.
Bah, this staff keeps getting in the way. Naina? Oh.
Huh? Where's Naina? Normally... Yeah, we don't need a flashback. Yeah. She comes running whenever Rafa calls.
That's right. Naina is...
Naina is what?
Oh well, you barbed head. Come hold this staff for me.
I want to know what happened to Naina. Why me?
Just take it. It's too heavy and I am tired of holding it.
How does Nana put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now.
Barbed head. I, the royal priestess of Karayan, shall share my thoughts on the abduction.
You will?
Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often.
Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share.
My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb. But it was not for the purpose of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake.
For your sake? Oh, because she doesn't have the spiritual power to actually, channel spirits.
The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me.
Right, I see. I'm sure she definitely believes that.
Well, do you understand why he did it now?
And Phoenix is like, yeah, I do, but it doesn't change the fact that Minister Ingo was a kidnapper.
Oh.
But I guess you don't believe he is, do you?
New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. So suffice to say, he did this all for me. End of story.
Is he really trying to obtain the orb for Rafa? Somehow I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. I should probably ask her about that. Let me examine some stuff. What's this? Yeah, je suis la belle. Never thought I'd see this brand again. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Color jet black. Wonder if Inga was going gray. Here, Edgeworth, maybe you can use it. Damn! Damn, Phoenix! I like my natural hair color just fine. Thank you very much. He was working against the queen and she found out. It's a syringe and a vial.
Those were for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable.
Was that bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then. I'm sure that's going to be important. They wouldn't mention all this back stuff if it wasn't important, because he was stabbed in the back.
Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet.
I know the feeling. I've experienced some pretty severe back pain of my own.
Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial?
No thanks. I hear your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing. Painkiller shots, the medication Inga used for his back pain, said to make the pain disappear.
I thought you didn't want them.
I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home. This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp. His insignia is carved big and bold right on the lid. Talk about overkill. Did he really have to mark everything he owned? This chair looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket. The backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. I imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on.
Actually, they serve to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see.
I wonder if it really works. That's one luxurious and comfy-looking bed. I've slept on nothing but hard floor since coming to Karayan. Can't wait to sleep in a nice soft bed again.
Then take it. It's yours if you wish.
Really?
We'll have to clean this room out anyway, now that my father's gone.
But Don't you want to keep these things as a memento of your father? Besides, I don't need his spirit haunting me late at night.
Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more?
Or how about you ask your mother, who can channel spirits, to channel him so you can say goodbye to him? Like, girl. Princess Rayfoot. Honestly don't know how to answer that. Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture.
My father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold.
Why does it not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? It's pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. Hey, the stamp's a little loose. Oh. Ah. Secret safe. Ah! Look, there's a secret safe inside.
Oh my! To think such a thing was here after all this time?
Rats. Are we even sure the Queen can spirit channel? Yeah, well, I mean, at least Rayfa thinks so, you know? Like, everyone in the kingdom thinks that she can, at least. So, if I were her, my thought would be like, I'll just ask my mom. Like, maybe she can, but in the context of the story, Rayfa assumes she does. Rats. Looks like we'll need the combination to get in. Oh man. We can't open this without the combination, but I doubt Princess Rayfa would know it. Well, if we can't open it, we can't open it. For now, let's continue our investigation, and come back to this dilemma later. This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Inga's notes. Nena, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Ooh. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. Interesting. That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. Ooh, why is Nena on the list? Why would he bother doing this?
I am afraid even I can't answer that.
Whatever the reason, it's giving me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of, anyway.
What a brilliant deduction!
Ooh, whoa.
What a brilliant deduction! One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you.
That's high praise coming from you, your benevolence. Hedros right. They do like dictation notes, look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nena, who we must have seen every day? Yeah, that is weird. Because Nena's always with Rayfa. I wonder how relevant Nena's gonna be to this. There are some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it. There was some spilled water by the entrance. Somebody must have stepped in it before coming in here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old.
Then someone must have been in here today in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here in Korean we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to the morrow.
Mine is, why clean up today what you can leave for tomorrow? His desk is crammed full of documents. They appear to be paperwork for executions. But for this many cases? Indeed. Something is rotten in the kingdom of Korean. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. Is that everything? Okay, tell me what happened to Nana. Your Benevolence, I noticed Nana isn't with you today. What happened to her?
I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again.
Is it gonna turn out that Nana is one of the Defiant Dragons and she was like working from the inside? Because that'd be really cool. A little after 2? That's about an hour before the murder.
Indeed. Of all the times for this to happen, she normally comes to me the moment I call her name.
I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know. Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. Wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow.
Do you think she was unwittingly caught up in them?
Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime.
Nana, I hope she's alright.
Rifa seems really worried for Nana. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance?
Who else if not I?
Good point. The thing is, divination seances are all about what victims experience in their final moments. So tomorrow, Rifa will experience her own father's death exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should ever have to deal with. Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow? There's really no one else? What about just calling the whole thing off?
It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to.
No?
Never mind. I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess. And it is one I intend to fulfill.
How's that word? Duty.
Your Benevolence? As Crown Princess, you are destined to rule the kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false. And most importantly, what role you must play therein.
Oh.
I wonder if I am even up to the task.
Performing the divination seance is very important for a priestess. But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young. Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? Nana and Rifa. Your Benevolence, has Nana served you long?
Yes, she's been at my beck and call for as long as I can remember. I have heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to changing my diapers.
Your diapers? Almost sounds like she could be your mother.
Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. Nana takes care of my every need. She is my teacher in all things as well.
Rifa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects. Plot twist, she is her mother. Could that be the result of Nana's teachings?
Nana, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late.
Oh. All this time and we still don't have Nana in our profiles. We're talking about her a lot for someone that's not showing up in the profiles. Oh, I'm sure she'll be back.
Yes, I suppose Nana would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage.
Oh. And yet I can't shake the feeling that Nana's connected to this case in some way. I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, Your Benevolence?
None whatsoever.
Looks like a 4-digit combo lock. So maybe it's a date? But it's probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. Wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. Date the DC Act was enacted, parents' anniversary, Rafa's birthday. Okay. I think if it's not Rafa's birthday, that's gonna really upset her, so let's do that. Well, gamers, I wanted to keep streaming, but it's my brother's birthday, so I'm gonna go hang out with my brother. I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm gonna send you off to Speedy Rabbit, go send them some love, and I'll see you guys later.